Right, here we go. There's the Greek gigantes. And as you can see, I am down to my last ones from last year. These are all beans that I seed saved last year, and I didn't have a terribly big crop just because where I grew them wasn't very well thought out. So this year I'm going to plant them in a much better spot. I need my dibber and then we're good to go. This is where I'm going to be planting them on either side of this arch so that it can grow up and around, because previously I didn't have them on a space that could let them grow as much as they wanted. These things grow very high, very fast, and this is a much better setup. Good, so that's everything planted. I have got a few left. I will keep those just because this year the crop might not work. Pigeons might get to some of them. I'm going to net everything anyway, and that should make a massive difference. But no, it's on an area which will allow it to grow more, so I should get even more Greek gigantes beans this year, and it should be a lot easier to pick. So this is an improvement. Speaking of improvement, I think I'm going to have to fix this in the next day or two and start putting these down. I think I'll need about 6 to go all the way along. So what I'll do is this section along here, dig it out, move the wood away, dig all that soil up, sieve it, put the sieved soil in there, and then put the stones over on the walkway, because it is getting absolutely impossible to walk along there without just kind of having to walk at an angle. And if I'm having a bad day, I am going to fall and I'm going to hurt myself. So I need to fix this now before I have to use it regularly for cropping and weeding. You know what? I flipping love it when you can start shoveling and the soil is just nice and pliable instead of just immediately stones, rocks and boulders 2 inches under the ground. And a whole load of rotten posts, so that's great. And the beginning of all the Russian comfrey coming up. So I'm really going to have to do this fast. See, right there. And once that starts growing, it grows like the clappers. So I've really got to get this cracking. If I can, I'd like to get this done today. But we will see. We will see how everything plays out. I'm not going to kick myself if it doesn't work out. But I do want to just, bit by bit, keep cracking at it. Actually, that reminds me, I'm going to get everything watered before it gets too hot in here. It's meant to be a really, really nice day, so let's make sure everything's very nicely hydrated, and hopefully we're going to see a really nice explosion of growth, which is my favourite thing to see. Oh, and speaking of which, so I planted all of the direct seed black star tomatoes in here, and it looks like a slug got to that sucker already, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I have backup seeds and I can always propagate from a larger plant if needs be, but I want to start getting things in the ground now. I'm pleased this is all growing. I'll use some of the Chinese chives tonight. I might use some of the mustard, and I am tempted to just take a few leaves of the perpetual broccoli, but I'm going to leave this because I want these to get established into larger bushes, and then I'll put them in their permanent spot in the garden and have a permanent source of. Oh, and it looks like the cucumber seedlings. I think that's a rogue tomato seedling. That is not meant to be there. Yeah, that looks like a tomato to me, but I'm going to let it live, because if that's self-seeded, then that's going to be a very good healthy seed actually. So I'm going to plant that, but it looks like the cucumber is starting to come up, so that is wonderful. And I've got to put this at an angle because I planted it in a stupid spot. Speaking of the black star tomatoes, these are all doing really nicely, the ones that I've potted on. I don't like leaving these on during the day because then it heats up, but then it's also very damp in there as well, and then I end up getting the little root rot at the bottom, and I don't like it. It doesn't make for healthy tomatoes, so I take these off during the day and then pop them back on during the night because it's still a tiny bit cold and we are getting frosts. Oh, darn it, I'm going to need to fix that. Right, and today I'm going to be direct sowing the Roma seeds. So what I'm going to be doing is lifting up all the compost that's built up on the pathways. What I normally do over the course of the season is anything that I need to cut goes straight down on the ground. That way the quail can help themselves, and also it means that it regularly gets crushed underfoot. And then when I need that soil, I dig it up and put it on the raised beds, and then there's no carting things from the compost area. I just direct compost because it's a lot easier. It also means that the mushrooms, which I've deliberately planted in here, get to stay in here instead of getting moved around, because I like having just different climates. I need to make sure that This area gets soaked. Oops, that's not meant to be in there. Right, I need to find somewhere else to plant that. Where do I want to put you? You can go next to the hyssop. Good, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be in the ground. Anyway, before I forget to show you, this is my little mushroom. It's finished. It has the gills underneath. I've put a little bit of an old nail varnish that I had over it just to give it a slight glossy finish. I do need to paint over all the white chips on the wall, but it is fine because what I think I'm going to do today is I'm probably going to got flowers on the brain, paint a robin here, and then I want to paint a blue tit flying down there, and then I want to paint, I think, a magpie there leaning over looking at them with a kind of what the heck are you doing face. And then I can start adding the plants, the birch trees. I think I'm going to add some purple cornflowers going up here. I'll add some snowdrops down there, but it's begun.